taps you on the butt once, is that a crime?
It can be. If you didn't consent to it and you're not looking to have somebody tap you on the butt, then absolutely that is a crime. The question is, can we prosecute it beyond a reasonable doubt, the one tap? We look for other evidence. Was there anyone else in the room? Was there, any other evidence to substantiate that it happened? Does the individual concede that they did it? So we look at other evidence to see whether or not it's prosecutable. But if somebody taps you on the butt and, you're not working in any profession where you should be getting your butt tapped, then yeah, it's actionable.
What do you say? When should you report it?
Well, very, very important under the law and under each organization's policy that anyone who feels that they have been harassed, either experienced harassment or witnesses harassment, needs to report it immediately to HR. And as I said, then HR must conduct a prompt, thorough, and impartial investigation. And if substantiated, then they have to take some sort of disciplinary action. And yes, even just one offensive touching can absolutely violate the law and violate the policies. So it's so important. And, HR departments know this. That's why they conduct training. They should be conducting sexual harassment training. So they want employees to come forward. By coming forward, you're giving HR the opportunity to sort of nip it in the bud before it escalates into an actual lawsuit. They can actually not be able to assert the affirmative defenses under Farragut and Ellerth if they do not report it and they just sit by and be harassed for 5 years. So important to report it.
But what if it's your boss?
Even if it's your boss. So there's really no difference. There's no difference between the head of an organization, the CEO, and the lowest person in that organization. That is the most important thing that HR needs to understand, is that they have to apply their policies equally across the board to everyone. And even if it was your boss or the CEO that violated your policies, they have to take disciplinary action, which could include firing the person.
We have a question from Facebook Live. How do you go about educating the younger generation of both men and women about this topic in order to prevent sexual harassment? And I think what they really want to know is guidelines. What is permissible and what isn't permissible? Can you tell a joke? Can you, where's the line?
That's a tough question because everybody has different upbringings, different sensibilities, and different thresholds for what they're willing to tolerate in terms of a joke. Can a single joke rise to the level of an actionable claim under sexual harassment? It depends how egregious the comment is, but it depends. A variety of workplaces have people who joke around and banter about. You got to be careful. You got to be careful with the words that you're using. Your audience, know your audience. Know that you can't be making racially charged comments at the coffee, clutch. You can't, probably make any statements that are going to really demean or degrade women
or
offend them.
Can you ask someone out at work?
Well, of course, one employee asking another employee out on a date, of course, is not harassment. There is an essential element of either type of harassment that's required, and that is that it be unwelcome. So if it's consensual and mutual, it would not constitute harassment. So just one asking out on a date, of course, that would not be harassment.
But if you're turned down,
if they say no,
don't push the issue.
That's right. And you continue to send flowers and chocolate and concert tickets, you can cross the line into stalking the person. And then, of course, it would create a hostile work environment.
But it could also be a crime.
Could be.
One last question, since we're at holiday party season.
Yes.
Any advice on how to properly behave at your office holiday party?
Well, you should be aware that your anti-harassment policy protects you wherever you are. You don't just have to be in the workplace. You can be at a holiday party. You can be on a business trip. You can even be whitewater rafting to bond with your department, and your policy protects you. There are so many sexual harassment cases that come from holiday parties. So be aware. Make sure that maybe HR should do a little training before the holiday party, review their policy with everyone, and remind everyone that even though this isn't the workplace, you're expected to act professionally and
Don't drink so much.
yeah, don't no
drink
liquor
so
and
much.
have spouses.
Don't drink so much, and colleagues look out for each other to make sure that you don't overstep.
Thank you both for joining us. A very interesting discussion. I know that the discussion is going to be continuing everywhere. We also thank the Bot Shop Studio for our new background designs. We hope you liked it. We're going to take a quick break, but after that, Mike Witch will be back with more of the Local Live.